It has worked. It has worked. Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to the Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz. I think you're used to me by now. And tonight we're building Gretchen. We need some grot riggers. We need somebody to be running around doing all the electrical stuffs. So in this case, we're gonna have Gretchen. Good evening, Beaky. How you doing, mate? I'm just gonna bring up the portrait mode, hopefully, if it's gonna let me know this time. Yes, it is. How good is that? It didn't let me know last time. It just had to go do it the manual way, which is not very fun. Move the brush that I don't intend to be using tonight, and the paints that I don't intend to be using tonight. Good evening, Lee. And we go and join that, and hopefully Joe Northern. Wow, we've got 4 of you already at the start. How good is this? This is probably the best start to a stream I've had in ages. So tonight is Gretchen. And it's only going to be a quick one because I've been requested to help sort something out for my neighbour. He wants me to strip down an ornament so it can be repainted. So that's currently sat in biostrip. I need to take that back next door to him soon. But before that, we get to build Gretchen. So these are going to be... No worries, Graham. No worries. Cheers, mate. We'll see you soon. So we're going to build Gretchen. Yeah, we're building Gretchen because we need somebody to be doing all the electrical rigging and all that stuff. Now, I'm not going to build the runt herd because I don't particularly need the runt herd. What I do, however, need is a crap load of Gretchen, which they shouldn't be that difficult to put together in theory. It should just be body, head, body, head, body, head. Occasionally it might need arms. So we need to clip out all the bodies, which means we need a pair of snips. Editing does suck. 313, yes it is. It is. It has gone up slowly. And I've not had to do any editing, which is great. Because editing does suck, as Joe's clearly pointed out. And he is right, editing sucks. Especially if you're in the position like I'm in, where you can't stand your own voice. Right, so that Gretchen does not need a head. That's just a whole Gretchen. That's just one whole Gretchen, just on his own. Doesn't need a head. That was easy to put together, wasn't it? Hey, this might even be... I'm not glad about it, but it might actually be less than an hour for this bloody stream tonight. Right, Gretchen number 1. Let's try and find one that does... Let's see, there's another one that doesn't need a head. And another one. So there's at least 3 that don't need heads. Okay. We can work with that. Yeah. Sparkles is making me a cup of tea. She's not stirring it into infinity. She's making sure that it's brewed quick enough and well enough for my liking. Please. Yeah. So. No worries. Northern's just heard you. He said you were beating the tea bag to damn near infinity. So. So, Joe, after you've done the first chapter of your second book, bear in mind that's 2 books now. Lee, you're over on the other one. Hello, Lee, over on the other one. So yeah, after you've done your second book, you plan on using text-to-speech to assist in the editing, because hearing it will help. Yes, it will. It will help. Hearing is very vital in some points. So you definitely need to make sure you get that right. And it does mean that you're not hearing it back in your own voice, so it's not as bad. Well, for my case it isn't anyway. You're hearing an AI voice talk it back to you with all the emotion that a robot can manage. Right, so we've got 3 Gretchen there that don't need heads. Brilliant. That is a good question. The book, I believe, is a game book, but I may be wrong on that. Don't quote me. I'm quite probably wrong on that, let's face it. And we want this guy. This guy needs a head. And have I got my glue uncloggerer? I don't think I have my glue uncloggerer. Do I have clogged glue? Do I have clogged glue? Of course I have clogged glue. It's been sat there for far too bloody long. Sci-fi nonsense. Well, you're in the right place, Joe. We like sci-fi nonsense. I also like glue that works. I'm going to go get my glue uncloggerer, which should be in my coat just behind me. And I'm not stupid. I kept it close hand just in case. But I didn't put it too far away. And it's like, yeah, I didn't have it like right next to me, but I didn't want it so far that I had to go walking away for 5 minutes. It was in my housecoat pocket yesterday. That is where my tea key was today. This time it was in my jacket pocket because I'd not long been out with it. So, not supposed to do that. So look for it on Drive Through Fiction. If you wanted to have a look at the books that Joe's been writing and editing, they're all on Drive Through Fiction. And the publisher is Dracos Games. So anyone who is interested in finding out what these books are about, please go give them a shout, give them a look. See if it's stuff that you're interested in. Who knows? It might be the next big thing to be movie franchised. We might be talking to the next J.K. Rowling. Although sci-fi doesn't usually get that much publicity. But everything goes in circles, and it did at one point. So it will again. It will have its day. Sci-fi will come. Good evening, Ali. Hello. Thank you for calling in, and thank you very much, Sparkles, for the cup of tea remake. So we have another little Gretchen. Rolling. Oh, I'm going to have to... Oh, JD Rowling. Joe Draco Rowling, yeah, of course. He's multi-bazillionaire before the end of 2 years. We'll see it. Joe's going to be the next big thing in the literary world. Right, he's got a big old gun and a big old shanky knife, hasn't he? So I think he should have more of a masking ninja approach. Whereas the one with the dual pistols like that, he's going to have the complete manic head pose, which is down there with goggles going, yeah. Gotta have a bit of that. So, manic guy, ninja mask. Now, I'm not putting these on bases for a very specific reason. And that's because I'm going to be gluing them direct to the diorama. So these will never actually be a usable unit. Whereas the actual band I can take off and I can move around. And I could use as proxies within the Ork army if I wished. The Gretchen will not be removable. They are going to be a permanent fixture. So we want the ninja face mask. See, all ninjaed up. Mouth, head. All you can see is his nose, his eyes and his ears. He's not even looking in the right direction, because you can't make him look in the right direction. You can kind of make him look in the right direction, but not 100%. Then we want the rootin' tootin' gunslinger. And he wants the mad crazy goggles and eyes. Goggles and tongue mouth thing. Because this is how they're going to fix things. They're going to shoot it and they're going to bash it. No, I'm not rich. I'm not rich. These were an absolute bargain from Element Games at just over a tenner. And I bought them for this purpose. Because they were cheap. And they were perfect for what they needed them for. Well, almost perfect. I would have preferred ammo runs and the ones that come with the Pain Boys, whatever them ones are called. I would have preferred those type, but I used up all my ammo runs doing Lasgull because he stood on about 3 of them. Well, he stood on one of them. He's got one behind and somewhere behind. Yes, my weather's pretty much the same as Northern's. It is wet and it is cold and it is windy, and it's going to be like that for a week. So I'm not looking forward to the fact that it's going to be absolutely chucking it down and windy for a week. That's not good. But looking on the weather report, as it was saying earlier, apparently it's going to snow. Ah, I see. Proper Gretchen. So that's 6 done already. That's. I've been going for 15 minutes. I've done 6 models. So there is something going wrong with my stream tonight, people, and I do not understand what it is. Even simple things don't normally go this quickly. So what the bloody hell is happening? Right, so there is one Gretchen body that does not have arms, which is that one. And all his arm options are there. So you can have him with a pointy finger and a pistol, or you can have him going like sand people with a stick bomb. Gonna have to paint one. Yeah, I might have to just to eke out extra bit of time. I might have to start painting one. And my Gretchens are usually brighter than my Orks, so they end up in more of a standard Ork green. Oh, he's got a baseball cap on. I'm having him. I'm having that head. He's got a baseball cap on. Have that head. And we want the Tusken Raider style arms, so he can go with his big stick bomb above his head. Make sure we clip the right bit off and we don't miss any like handle bits. Yeah, they do think they're gremlins. Except these ones are smart enough to run away from the big things that are going to eat them, namely the other Orks. Right, so first of all we want the arms going on, so we know there's definitely enough room for the head then. As I said, he's got his arms up above his head doing the Tusken Raider stance. But this is going to have a baseball cap on as well. Why not? Caps mean authority. Or at least that's what they've picked up off humans. And he's got an eye patch, or at least a mechanical eye. And his little baseball cap. And his stick bomb. So how many is that now? 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've only got 3 left to go. And there's one of them. And there's the other 2. Okie diddles. Okie diddles. We have a knife one, which we could really do with having a spanner instead of a knife, but he's got a knife. You can use it as a screwdriver, I hope. Pardon me. And then we have one with a very small blunderbuss. Very, very small blunderbuss. Technically it's still called a Grot Blaster regardless of the size. It is strength 3, it has no AP, and it's gonna do absolutely naff all when you try and shoot it out of something. But it makes the Gretchen feel better. And that's the good thing. It makes the Gretchen feel better and less likely to run away. And if they do start running away, that's what the runt herd's for. But I've not got a runt herd. I'm not doing a runt herd, so I've got... Hopefully they don't run off. That's why I'm not giving them bases. And I'm going to glue the feet down. Little sods. I'm not having these running off on me. Just because they got scared of the loud music. Which I've still not got working yet. For those who are querying, is the speaker working? No, I am afraid not. That one has bat ears. And no, he looks weird. He looks really weird. That one looks okay with a mask. I'll go with that one with a mask. Problem is there's 2 orc heads on here as well, and I've got to make sure I don't accidentally pull them off, or the squig head. That'll be another thing that'll... Kirsty, hello. And who else have we got in? Francois, good evening. We is building Gretchen. We is building the lowliest of the lowliest orcs. So they have something to throw up in the rigging and fix technical issues with guns and stabbers. And Complex, are you in as well? Did I see Complex then? Ah, there we are. Complex is that side. How are we doing, Complex? I think we are. Because if I can't see it on that bit, then it must be on that bit, even though it shows up on the green bit. Confusing? Yes, it is. Do I do it anyway? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? It's not like I have brain cells or anything that could help me do it in any other ways. So quick snip, 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 snip. So I don't want them on a base, but I do want to be able to hold the damn things. No, it's going to be that head. Out of all the heads I've got left, this is the most fun. And I want each one to be as fun as possible. And that's what makes them fun to paint. It's having interesting little models with very little bits of details. Yeah, Gretchen. Got the studio all packed up and moved. Nice. Hopefully I move back to New York. Going to New York? Back to New York? You're going to be on a big old time difference from us then. No worries, Joe. You have a good night, mate, and I hope you enjoy your food. Just going to make that a big picture. So yeah, get these Gretchen all up and ready and prepared to do their work. I don't have any snotlings, Sargrots, sadly. I would have preferred snotlings, because snotlings don't carry weapons. And Gretchen carry weapons. But in this case, at least the Gretchens are going to serve a purpose of... Oh, this one looks like one of the things from Labyrinth. Oh crap, knocked his head off because of the laughing. Oh, North Yorkshire. You didn't say that, you said not N York. Which is New York as far as most people in the world are concerned. He looks like one of them things off Labyrinth. He looks like one of the goblins off Labyrinth. He's funny. Just for the sake of it, do I put the runt herd together? Because look, he's got a squig. He's got a squig. No, I'm leaving him. I'm leaving him. He's going to be the one bit of this box that I'm not putting together. Because I do have Gretchen, I just don't have plastic ones. And plastic ones work really well with plastic glue. You've seen... that does not surprise me, Kirsty. Oh, we can't get Snotling pump wagons anymore. Unless you go for third-party retailers. And... I mean, I could have. There's no reason I couldn't have gone for a third-party retailer. But... I didn't. I went for the official ones. Because, in fairness, the third-party retailers, when it comes to it, are just as expensive for the little models as Games Workshop. Really. Which is not a good thing. Put them screws in there so I don't lose them. And then we get a Gretchen. Now, do I do this manually by brush, or do I get my hair? Do it manually by brush, that way I'm not choking people. Scratch build. Could, but these ones are going to be specifically roadies. And they're going to get base coated in grey rather than black for a change. Mainly because I want to. Don't always want to base coat in black. A bit boring. I mean, technically I'm kind of scratch building a lot of what's going to be happening with this. I've had an idea. I want to do an Ork mosh pit fight bubble thing. It's going to require lots and lots of cotton wool and a few arms and legs and a head or two. But I want to make an Ork mosh pit. Not tonight. I've got to plan it out a bit better because it's not standard by any stretch of the imagination. Get you painted so you're at least base coated. Pump wagon, hot dog stand, same thing. Oh, there is a hot dog. You can get a TT combat hot. Right, Francois, you're taking me down the same route as somebody who I may end up getting up with the channel to learn about this stuff, actually. But there is somebody else who wishes to learn about this, and he's also got this wonderful idea that we should expand the Ork Rock stage to become an Ork Rock city. And turn it into an Ork Rock city is obviously a much, much bigger entailing than what I intend to do. And I don't have the room for a rock city, but he does. He does have the room for a rock city. And I've seen so many TT Combat little MDF scenery builds to make me go, it is possible. It is possible. Good night, Lee. You have a good one, mate. Thank you for calling in. And I hope you finish your editing. At least. I think we should have old Grim finishing his soon. Hopefully taking part in a couple of conversations as well once he's done. There is something I do need to ask Graham is, have you booked early booking, mate? Just as a weird question to ask, have you booked early booking? Because, well, wedding start at 3, booking is at 3. So, we have a bit of a conundrum. Oh no, my neighbours thought of whole city, with the centrepiece being the stage. So the city's built around the stage. Or at least the stage is the highest part of the city and the focal point. But from there you have Ork buildings. Lots of Ork buildings. And lots of Orks in the meantime scattered around said building. So you end up with a lot more than what I was intending to do. Got lots. Look at the state of my hands. I don't know Cornwall or Devon, to be quite honest. Ooh, that's not a Beyblade arena. Will that fit? No, it won't take my Ork stage. Don't forget, I've already started with the Sky Shield landing pad as the base. So I don't think a Beyblade thing would be big enough. Unless I was to drop it down and have it in front and then put the Ork mosh pit in there. Kind of have it as a floor arena, the floor of the arena. But that means I've got to make bigger walls. Not a problem, Ellie. Thank you for calling in. Thank you, as always. Nice little bit of friendliness. That is regular on my streams. Is very much appreciated. I think you've caught everyone since you've been had knowledge of my existence on the channel, which is very much appreciated. Thank you. He's got a bit more nubbly bit on the bottom of his foot I need to get rid of. Oh. Northern had the fun joy of watching me walk around the shop and trying to decide what I was not going to and what I was going to buy after I picked up 2 boxes of Corn Berserkers. So he's aware of the deliberation that I went through to get these. It is Friday the 13th tomorrow. It was last month as well. We had one exactly 4 weeks ago. We all got through that alright, so we should be okay on this one. Well, what I was thinking for a mosh pit wasn't actually a pit. It was... I'll finish basing these and then I'll talk through it. Because I got an idea. Or he's got an idea. Very cartoony. Very, very cartoony. So if you imagine when like Tom and Jerry or something along those level of cartoons get into a fight, there's usually a big cloud where you'll see an arm or a leg or a face or something like that come out of it. So just for size wise, yeah, I was like a kid in a candy shop. I was a kid in a sweet shop. So something about that big, and then have the occasional chopper or shoot or slugger or shooter and an Ork face and a leg, just random bits coming out, and then obviously it's got to be cotton wool, not wire wool. I use this to clean the soldering iron. But do this as a big cloud smoke, so it's going to be quite dusty. There'll be bits of yellow in there and bits of brown as well as the grey, and have it as a big cotton wool. And then, yeah, family scuffle, Simpsons family scuffle style. Yeah, so big cloud of smoke, arms and stuff coming out. I'm going to have that in front of the stage. Only thought of that about an hour ago. So, still very much a thought in progress at the moment. Not even a work in progress, because, well, I've not even started working on it. I've just thought of it. But I thought if it's going to be a rock stage, it needs some kind of mosh pitty rock fight thing going on. And I thought that just sums it up for Orks, an excuse to fight. So let's have a fight, so they actually get into a real fight. So the idea is there. It's just, obviously, whenever I try something new, there is always the possibility that I'm not quite going to be able to pull it off to what's going on in my head. Because I do have a rather vivid imagination, and my abilities don't always catch up with my imagination. So it does have ups and downs. So let's see if I could pull it off. As I said, I'm not going to try it tonight. I'm just getting the Gretchen built. I'll probably paint one up just so I've got a bit of a template for the rest of them. If I can, that is. That's why I've left him on there, so he can... One of them's going to dry quicker than these. That's the thing. People subscribe. I think everybody here who's here has subscribed, to be quite honest, Graham. If you've not subscribed, please feel free to chat away, talk to us. Then if you wish to subscribe, then please do. As Northern found out, we're kind of like more of a mini community family thing here, so If you're looking for somewhere, it's like, well, I want to go somewhere where I'm not going to get ignored and I'm not going to get forgotten about. Chat away, because, well, almost everybody in the chat that I've spoken to so far, I remember, I talk to, I have a rough idea of what projects they are working on. Some people have different projects and they change them on me, so then when I think I know what project they're working on, they're not anymore. Has Joust and... Oh, has Joust been into that? Oh, that's not good. Cotton might not be the thing. You could use glue and to it, but it won't support the weight. No, I'll be using wire. So I'll find out where I want the legs and the arms sticking out, and I'll use wire to put them onto into a central point, and then I'll glue the thingy round it. Then tinfoil tinfoil's going to be too sharp. Clay's going to be too smooth. So I'll go with wire for the actual appendages, and just pin them all on, and then the wire all gets connected together and put down on the base, and that's when I do the cotton wool thing round it, rather than trying to... Yeah, the cotton wool will not hold the weight of the plastic, especially if I put quite a few bits in there. It's not going to hold very well at all. You are right with that. White rose hasn't bled for his country. It's just sat there shouting nonsense to me. Oh, sorry, Graham. He's been bringing Keith in from outside. How is he getting Keith from outside? Keith usually ends up in the bottom of your grinder. Where's he finding blocks of Keith outside? I suppose I could use foil as just the main thing, even if I was to... See, I like the idea of cotton wool because it gives it that fluffy, airy type of look and feel. It'll give it the dust and things like that. So I like the idea of cotton wool. But yeah, you are kind of right. I need something a bit denser in the middle. Have I got something switched off? I mean, I could do... I do have solder, as far as soft metals go. But that's going to have the same thing because it's so flexible and so light. Solder's not going to work. Yeah, well, you've done it properly, Graham. There's going to be a lot of little mini clips and stuff in there. If you do things properly, then it works. Right, now I need a dry brush colour, a dry brush colour, a dry brush colour. In this case, it is going to be Wraithbone, because Gretchen are not worth my real paint. I've got an Ork mentality, haven't I? Who said Gretchen is not worth none. Not having none of my good paint, nah. So a little bit of... Oh, that's not a good Wraithbone. That is not a good Wraithbone. Okay. Right, let's find one that looks like your majority dry. Slap chop setup as usual. And we'll go for the Sand Raidery one. Now I could, if I was so inclined, go get my Ork Flesh Army Paint Speed Paint and just paint his skin. I am not so inclined because I'm an idiot. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get Warboss Green. Warboss Green and Saborite Green. Very close together, but just a slight difference. I see. Told you people. How? No worries. What do you want to ask? How? What do you want to ask? If it's about those characters, I've not chose. I don't want to inundate you with all of them, but I'm trying to choose certain ones to send pictures of. So I'm not sure which ones to send. I'm thinking Penguin, Owl, Ali, the little goat cleric, and a couple of others, just to see how you get on and, you know, see if you're happy with how it's working. But I'm not sure which ones to send you, to be quite honest. That's the problem I'm at the minute. Or that's where I'm up to at the minute, should I say. We're going to get a brand new Fumu brush. Yeah, subtitles and chapters. No, thank you. That sounds just... No. Imagine trying to subtitle my videos. Half the words aren't actual real words. I was intending to send them via Discord, yes. So when I take the pictures of the ones that I've actually decided on, I was going to send them via Discord. Who was it who was asking for the rules compendium the other night as well? I am liking the Fumi. They are good. Oh no, that's the Fumi one. That's the crappy bulb. What is it? Boldmere. Yeah, that's a work special. It says it's a 3-0. Look at the size of the bloody thing. That, on the other hand, says it's just a 0. Look at that point on that. That is just nice. See that? That's good. These Fumui ones came from Complex. Complex sent them me via Amazon. Right, just because not many people are going to be aware of that. Yeah, so Complex, these are the ones you sent me. I think these are the ones you sent me. I'm pretty sure they are. Because my Amazon will now allow you to send things that aren't on the list. People can send me all sorts of stuff now. Obviously, Amazon knows my address to send it to. You just need to tell them you're sending it to me. How you do that, I'm not sure. I just know that it was an option to flick it over and go, yep, let people send stuff that aren't on my list. Which, please, nobody send me anything that goes bzzz. Keep it related to the channel if you can. Oh, you're the only one you've heard mention them. Well, yeah, Complex may have got them off your recommendation. I'm not 100% sure where Complex got them, or why Complex chose this specific branding. So used them before Complex, that's why. Alright, fair enough. That makes it easier to understand. So you've used the Fumui ones before, and you've liked them, and you got me some, and I like them. So we's good. These brushes are good. It does sound like a good paint shaker, but I don't think it's designed. I don't think they'll be designed for that, in all fairness. And I don't particularly want sparkles to make me obsolete this early just yet. So, although you can add pretty much whatever you want and send it to me, please keep it tasteful. I know. I figured that out, Kirsty, as soon as I said it. I'm more than likely going to have the world's biggest supply of vibrating toys. Which isn't quite what it's there for, but... Well, it's your money and you get to spend it on whatever you like. And if I do end up with some very nice improvised paint shakers and because of it, then so be it. I will use the very nice improvised paint shakers. You lot are all sick. Just so you know that. Maybe not quite as bad as me, but you're all sick. Shouldn't be having... We're painting Gretchen. We shouldn't be having conversations about pulsating purple people. Don't ask me why it's purple. Please don't ask me why it's purple. I do not have a preference with those. I don't want any in the first place. I do not think I have a preference for purple ones. No, it's getting out of hand now. You've even got two different sets. You've got one for the neck and one for the after the days. This is getting out of hand. Right, Gretchen. and no, you're just taking it away from me now. This is just... I'm not even part of this conversation anymore. I'm just going to concentrate on painting. You all turned it into something that it's not. See, I have units of knobs. I just don't have any on my desk. I don't think they vibrate though. I don't think my knobs vibrate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh dear. Oh, definitely. There has to be an Ork theme one. You turn it on and it goes... as you turn it off. Oh, no. Stop it! Stop it! You're all corrupting me. I didn't... Well, I kind of did start it, but I didn't mean to go on this like this. This is not how I intended it to go. It was more of a warning of please don't, not let's carry on and have a jolly good laugh about it. Right. And a tiny little bit of Astra Militarum grey to the green so then we can do the highlight colour. So a tiny little bit of Astra Militarum grey. How this is one of them times where not being aware is probably the safest thing that you can do right now. It's like, oh, you dirty-minded people. You knew exactly what he meant, which is making it even worse. Oh no, now he's Northern. Right, of all people to get teamed up, not you two. There's Ali and Sparkles that are not allowed to team up because they'll end up getting me to go glamping. And now we've got Kirsty and Northern who are not allowed to team up either because otherwise I'm screwed. Just making it known. Just making it known. You can talk to each other, but don't go making plans. Next thing I know is I'm getting in... Alright, fair enough. You know what the talk... That's fine then. Yeah, but if Kirsty and Northern are starting to making plans, next time I'm in the car with Northern, I'm going to find myself heading south. Yeah, exactly, and Graham's not even piped up yet. Closest thing he said is White Rose, White Rose. Which I can deal with that, it's just him being proud of being a Yorkshireman. Never put his hand in his pocket for a bleeding pint like, but he's a proud Yorkshireman. Not so you know he's a proud Yorkshireman, because he's never going to buy you a pint. He'll accept him though. Just so you know, he'll accept him. He ain't going round for round. You found one of the oh no. I'm so glad you're not on my Discord. Oh wait a minute, you are on my Discord. Never mind. There is rules and regulations for you on Discord. We're not allowed to post anything like that on there, so please don't. Even though part of me wants you to go send me the picture of what I see. You can't do it through the actual Discord for the channel. You're going to have to send that to me direct, which means it's probably going to come through Instagram. That's fine. I can deal with it. We can do that through Instagram, because I want to see what this wizard's like now. But if you are doing it through Discord, you can send it to me and... You send it to me and Northern then. And Graham. Although Graham's missus may wonder why people are sending him pictures of lady toys. Which is understandable, because... Well, he's not a lady. So he shouldn't... I doubt he'd be looking at lady toys. You're going before you become a lust demon. This isn't even us going into lust demon territory. This is just us talking about paint shakers. If you believe that. Or improvised paint shakers, as I'm going to call them from now on. Right, so we have a very light highlight on his skin. Do need a bit of a wash on him though. And then we need to find out the yellow bits, because he's got to have yellow on him. You forgot about Discord. Ah, you see. Well, Discord, you can send messages to... DM messages to me and anyone else in the Discord if they're willing to. I've got a feeling Northern will be quite happy if you sent him a picture of the wizard and the Pope. Just as I would if you sent them that way as well. But you can send mine via Instagram as well if you need to. Or instead, rather than as well. Where to put my green wash? And where did I put a decent wash brush? Oh, is that getting wobbly now? Yeah, that's getting wobbly now. That needs reseating. Okie dokie. And then we get one of my Winsor & Newton foundations. Now these I actually got from W.H. Smith, believe it or not. Not the best in the world, but yep, the Pope. No, don't put the link in my Discord channel. I can get in trouble for that. But if you send me the link direct, then I don't get in trouble for that. I mean, I'm not guaranteed to get in trouble if you send it via Discord. It's just if... I'll put it this way. I know we have one miner in there. And I don't mean somebody who goes underground digging stuff. I mean somebody who's under the age of 18. I do know we have one person in there who is not old enough to be looking at that stuff. So we can't post anything like that in there. Also, nothing too sexual, nothing too gory. We are not allowed that stuff. But when it comes to direct messaging, nah, we're fine. So yes, bear that in mind, people. On my Discord channel, there is somebody in there who is under the age of 18. And although I run this as you're not bloody innocent. We got chatting that much, Northern. We missed 2 turn-offs on the motorway. Coming back. So it's not even like we don't even know where they are. We just used them coming there. And then we missed 2 completely on the way back. So, yeah, we're not exactly innocent when it comes to stuff like that. Because there was a few conversations that were going on. So don't try pulling that one on me, fella. I know better. I'm not saying I was completely blameless either. I'm just saying between the two of us and talking, we missed 2 turn-offs. But we missed the second one after we realised we missed the first one and took corrections to make it. Yeah, exactly. You blame me. I'm blaming you. You were driving. I can't control that. What should have been like a 20-minute drive turned into about a 45-minute one. It was crazy. It was nuts. If it was more of an insecure person, I might have thought you'd been trying to kidnap me. Then I realised, nah, it's me. Anyone trying to kidnap me, they could fucking look to them to give me back in a week or less. Imagine spending a full week with me. Jeez. It even scares me, that thought. Yeah, I mean, think about poor Sparkles. Twisted, hello, good evening, mate. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're doing better. I know good to see you, mate. But yeah, going back to the conversation. Poor Sparkles, she pulls up with me 24/7, pretty much. This is why I get kicked out when her programs come on. And I'm not joking. She does tell me, go out, get out. I want to listen to this. I want to watch this in peace. Leave the house. Because she knows I'm going to say something. Somebody's going to say something on the screen, and I'm going to have a response. Because I have a response for most things. Even the things you're not supposed to have a response for. So she throws me out. Poor Sparkles. She has to live with me. Even more, poor Sparkles is going to marry me. Jesus Christ. If anyone wants to know of Sparkles' mental stability, that should just tell it all. She's marrying Laz. Holy crap, that woman's nuts. Yep. As nutty as a fucking fruitcake. But yeah, well, she's the stable one out of the two of us, let's put it that way. So, even though she is crazy because she's marrying me, she's also the stable one out of the two, so, oh dear. But you get to see me and beat me being me, and so you understand that ish. And then when I tell you Sparkles, yeah. I mean, I know a few of you are going to get the chance to meet Sparkles. Or some of you are going to get the chance to meet Sparkles. Some of you have already met Sparkles. And I've actually found the only person in the world that is scared of her. I.e. Graham. See, right, so he's got his yellow hat on to make sure that he is a proper git to go with these. And where else? Do his drop his crotch cloth yellow as well? Night, Kirsty, you have a good one. You're in a very nice position as well to be able to get your head down as well, as long as Joust doesn't decide it's playtime and toad look fun. As long as, yes, Joust doesn't decide that, you should be okay. Alright, so let's do his crotch cloth in yellow as well. And a little bit of fabric around his waist. And then I'll do the back of his flappy shirt here as well, yellow. Because there is some shirt back here as well. Barely a scrap of fabric. Barely a scrap of fabric, but it is there. So I need to take photographs for how. I need to check on an ornament that needs scrubbing off if it's done, because I'm stripping it of paint. And then I'm going to need some something to coat it in. Into a lamb shank. Oh, into a lamb shank. No, he's supposed to be technical crew. If he's supposed to be technical crew, he needs to be not serving food. So we're going to leave him with his stick bomb, because he's going to use that just in case something's out of alignment. He's going to smack it with a stick bomb, hammer style. He's got a spare one at his hip just in case. Now we need the bright yellow. The bright yellow. Ooh, you got a prime priestess Percival, but he's been working on the Warlock base. I've seen what you've done with the Warlock base. I've seen it primed, I've seen it ready, and once again, Twisted, you are the master of bases on YouTube and the hobbying community. They are awesome. You've even gone for the less is more option with this one, and it still looks friggin' great. Your base looks better than my diorama. I'm not saying that because I'm mad about it. It's fact. It does. That base thing the bases you do look better than that year-long diorama that I was that I spent my time on. And that's not saying that my diorama looks bad. It's just, yeah, you do a really good job with bases. So I just want to brighten up that yellow a little bit on the tops. I don't want to have to put a wash over this yellow if I can get away with it. So I'm going to be extra bloody careful. And blush or not, mate, you do good bloody bases. It's like Graham and his painting tutorials. He did a painting tutorial for Space Bears. It was perfect for me to use if I wanted to paint World Eaters. Problem is I started at that point. If it had had that guide out before I'd started my World Eaters, I'd be following Graham's guide on how to paint Space Bears to paint my World Eaters, because he's done a fucking good job on it. And paint the bear fur as well. Oh jeez, that fur. That is so nice. And the only reason we don't get to see Francois' work is because Francois doesn't go on Discord, which is fine. But we don't get to see your work, Francois, unless you have. Do you have Instagram? You have Instagram. I am also on Instagram. So we could circumnavigate that by you sending it to me and I upload it. Could work. But that's only if you have Instagram. If you don't do social medias, then no, not gonna work. Lord Belcher. Oh no, Monfang. I need Monfang first. Gotta paint his trousers. Can't have him going around in a nutty. Trousers. Trousers, 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 trousers. Trousers, trousers, trousers. What on earth is that? Alright, that's only one. That's fine. I thought that was two. That looked like something it shouldn't do then for a second. But that was a trick of the light. It's just a coin pouch or a tooth pouch, because the Orc Society use teeth as money because they grow back, and it's a plentiful resource for them. No orcs ever too skint, because you just go and knock out some teeth from the guy next to you and you've got some money. I was there earlier when you were painting. Was I? What was you painting? Was you painting a Titan? I'm trying to remember what streams I've been part of today. I've been jumping around a lot of places today, I'm not going to lie. I've been through a few places. Yeah, Instagram's not always a nice place, to say the least. But right, I need to know now what Francois was painting, because I've been bouncing all over the place today, and I have been in a few streams. I don't recall going into Francois' stream, but then again, I've not got the best memory in the world, so it is possible that I did go in. I just don't recall going in. Right, so you were painting the wall at Titan this afternoon. Right, I popped in a couple of times then. Right, so you're painting your wall at Titans. Yeah, Eldar wall at Phantom still, which was looking good, by the way, because you was doing the legs when I came back in the last time. Yeah, got it. Right, so I know which channel I'm looking at now. So I should be able to go. I can go get it if I can remember how. How do I do this again? Ali, why have you gone to bed? That's probably the only times like, no, Ali, I need you now. Because I need you to do something because I've forgotten how to. Do me a favour, go find Francois' channel. And then pop the link into the chat. In case anyone else wants to watch Titan painting. Because there's a lot of Titan painting. It's good though, don't get me wrong, it's really good. And the large scale of it is just, yeah, blending on there. Nice job. As I said, I do know what most people are doing. It may take me a minute or two to remember. Yeah, Foxhole Games, that's the one. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Bear with us a second. I'm going to see if I actually remember how to put a link in my own channel. Right, so we go on there. And wait for YouTube to load up, because YouTube takes forever. We go show all my subscriptions, all too fucking many of them. And we go down to find F. And then in the F we want to find Foxhole. We have 2 foxes in the list, so we want to make sure we get the right one. And we copy that one. And then get off there. Go to that. Go to this. Go to my channel. Cannot do it on portrait mode, so I have to do it this way. Come on. There we go. So if anyone does want to check out Francois' channel, I've pinned it to the top, so you can go check it out. Oh, it should be pinned to the top. Yeah, it is pinned to the top. Excellent. There you go. I mean, I do it for most other creators that come in here. I will share your channel around. Subbed, see? Boom, there you go. One more. Northern's already in there. Obviously, I'm already in there because I've just pulled off my subs list. So, that makes that easy. Have you even subbed, lads? Yes, I have subbed. That's how I got there so quickly. And without typing. Because it was in my list. I just had to remember out of the 2 foxes that I've got in the list which one it was. Because I was in both of them today. Your Foxhole, and then we've got Fox Blast as well. Now Fox Blast is the young gentleman that, just to make sure, can we not do too many adult things in the Discord, please? Fox Blast is only young. Perfectly welcome, but still only young. Whereas How got a lot of the jokes that we were making and all the things that were happening earlier, I don't think they would have. Just whoosh. There are some really nice stuff on Francois. Please go check them out, because they are. Francois is good. Let's face it. Francois is a good painter. fact, this is worrying. Being the guy in front of the camera, in this position now, anyway, pretty much everybody else in the chat is actually better than me at what I'm doing on screen, and you're all watching. It's not saying that I'm not making progress and I'm not getting better, because I am. Slowly but surely, I am getting better. But at this exact moment in time, everyone seems to be just a little stage ahead of me. With quad assault cannons. Quad assault cannons. In 40k, 2 twin-linked assault cannons. Still means those devastating wounds are absolutely bloody lethal. And we've still not chose, Northern, which armies. And so if we're going for like 750, 500 points, which army do you want to use? Or which armies do you want me to build from to get ready for when we go to element games to play, where neither one of us have a fucking clue what we're doing, and it's just going to be center objective, kill all the other models. Pretty much how that's going to work. And quad heavy bolters, bloody Nora. You're laying down some firepower with those Marines, aren't you? Quad heavy bolters, quad assault cannons. How many of them have got like Icarus las cannons and stuff, and some really stupid stuff mounted on the main hull? Because if you've got like quad heavy bolters there, I'm assuming they're going to be the sponson turrets. What's it? Has it got a las cannon as its main forward facing? That's not on a turret, you know, where a normal Land Raider would put an assault cannon or a multi-melter, because it's got las cannons scattered all around the side of it. What is the I could go look, I know, but that means I don't get to finish Gretchen. And I want to finish Gretchen, at least to some degree, so I know weapons. Bronze and bolt gun, easy. I already know the skin for orcs, which is Death Guard green with a dry brush. That's nice and simple as well. I'm not even going to ask where your brain's going with that, Northern. Last cannon is my name for something else. Yeah, well, you got to saw me when I went into element games, and well, to say I had opinions on things would put it lightly. And getting dodgy looks when I went back in, just because I had my hat and my hood up. That wasn't very nice. That was them definitely being judging because somebody looked different. That's what that was. That wasn't nice at all. Oh, so no hit modifiers, no night fighting rules. Right. Tiny little bits to do. He's got teeth, he's got an eye, and then first little bit of Gretchen is done and ready to go on to the part of the rigging that I've not yet built because I've just been given some Lego Technics to help build the stage. Hoorah! Tiny spot of red, so I only want a tiny spot of red. So what's this one? This is my fist on red. Sorry. Sparkles is giving me dodgy looks. Somebody help, I think she might throw something. Closest thing to her is the cat, and that's got claws. So I'm not looking forward to it if she does. See, now she's smirking. Right. That's not right. That's too much paint. That's too much paint. Right, steady. Steady, Lars. There we go. Look, tiny, tiny little red eye in there. And they both have pintle mounting. Right, okay. So lots of anti-infantry, and then a nice pintle mounted multi-melter just in case something big comes up and you can go, nope. And pop him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, now I actually need to find my ivory now, because that other ivory is not good enough, and I need to paint teeth. Now, I should have 3 there's one. Found one. I don't know. Sparkles has read that. Northern is apologising in case they've all been a bad influence on me. Yeah. Okay. You're not a bad influence on me. You're just allowing my things to come out. That's all. Don't worry about that. I don't need all of your help to take my mind down those roads. If you've got that type of mind though, yeah, I'll quite easily follow you down that. Ooh, let's go. This is going to be fun. I'm going to be doing the VDR versions of the Crusader and upgrading the Hurricane Bolters. Ooh, Plasma Cyclones. Oh. See, this is why rule of cool is like the main rule when it comes to painting models. Or come to having models. Because if it's cool, then your opponent doesn't care because it's cool. As long as you follow the right rules and he goes, right, what, that big bear thing is a dreadnought. Yeah, it's a brutalis one. Right, okay, yeah, I can deal with that. Big bear running at you with claws, brutalis dreadnought. This Land Raider is not the exact Land Raider it says it should be, but it's fucking big enough and look at it, it's awesome. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll let you off with that. That's that type of Land Raider and it's got them on it. Fair enough. It's when people start doing like every unit is a proxy. That's when it gets confusing. So this Tau Breacher team is actually a Space Marine Hellblaster squad. This Breacher team is an Eradicator squad. This Breacher team is a Terminator squad. It's like, no. You've got 3 Breacher teams. Can't all be different things. One thing. If it's a Breacher team, it proxies as that. If it's not a Breacher team, then it proxies as something else. So, there we have the first little mini Gretchen. He does have a red eye and a brown eye patch. His teeth and his yellow clothing to mark him as part of the band. Has his little brass and metal bomb hammer. And he's got a spare one just down by his crotch down there. And that is him ready to go on. So obviously I've got 9 more to do. Now, whether or not all 9 are going to make it on, I don't know. I don't. It's still a work in progress at the minute. I have as much clue about what's going to go on as you do at this moment in time. Which is probably worrying a couple of you going, this is a big project, lads. You should seriously have planned this out. Yeah, I know, but I've not. So, we're winging it all. But we do have some extra nice bits now as well. So, let's show some of them off. So, that's the Gretchens. Boom. Done. Alright, I'm just going to go get this mechanics on Meccano. The Lego stuff that can move. Yeah, that's usually how it works, in fairness, Francois. In fact, it doesn't even need to be anything from the vehicle design rules. When my friend first got his Baneblade, I said, yeah, you can use it. And the first thing I did was shot it off the table because I didn't want you shooting at my units of Marines. Then he complained. So I let him get one shooting phase off with it. He wiped out 3 units of Marines. Technics. There he is. Okay. So, as some of you may be aware, with the Ork stage where it goes up into the big face, across the top of it I want to have little speakers and then the 2 big speakers. Now the little speakers, I was going to use the bottle caps that I originally got with the thingy. However, I found these and I've got a few of them. I mean, how good are they going to be for makeshift Ork speakers? They are going to be awesome. But along with all that, obviously you get all the Technics-y type pieces. I might have to do that vehicle design rules because I've got the old, what's it called? What did you used to call it when they used to bring out a quarterly book with points updates and rules updates and what was it called? It had something. It had a name. And one of them came with the rules for a battle fortress, which is why I got that edition. Is this a battery power thing? Or is this a... What's this? What's this? Is that... Can I make this run on batteries? I need to find out what that thing is. It just gives me a bloody number. It doesn't actually tell me. Lego building instructions. Right, okay. So it's that bit I want to know what it is. I want to know what that bit does. I'm thinking motor as well, but it's... there's no clippy places to put batteries. And unless I intend to take it apart... I've only just found this bit, so I've got no idea. So bear with us a second while I figure out if this is in fact a motor. See, it doesn't like... Oh, it's one of them ones. Watch. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Now, let it go. It's a pull back and go. It's a rev and go one. Right, so I now know what it is. It is kind of a motor, but it's a... Boom! Yeah, so pull back one. Its part number is 6143751. So it's a pullback motor. It is supposed to make a Technics Megalodon thingy, but Minilads doesn't want it. Oh, look at the size of... look at that. That needs to go on an Ork vehicle. Right, so I have 4 wheels for a battle wagon. I have 4 decent size-ish speakers to go with the small ones. And I have lots of bits to help me build up the stage area. And when I say lots of bits, I mean lots of little gubbingy bits to put all over the place. And this is how much he's had a look at it. Even the peg bags and stuff are still shut. That is a nice tyre, isn't it? Just think of that rumbling on a battle wagon. Or even if I just put them all together and then Death Roller or Battle Wagon. I think they're going to be better off as Battle Wagon tyres. I know I'm technically supposed to put them in there, but I'm not. I'll just find something else to go in there in the meantime. So we have lots of fun stuff to do. Lots and lots of fun stuff to do. So on Monday... Oh, look at the teeth! Oh, look at the spiky teeth. Oh, and the springs. Oh. Oh, this is getting a bit fun now. This is getting the old creative juices glowing. No. Don't you smirk as well. You did nearly throw this away. And then I said, nope, I want it. And then lots of bits and stuff that have just fallen all over the place, which are mostly those things. And the bars and stuff to connect them. And other stuff that I can paint other colours. I don't think I can't make a... I don't actually have any Lego pieces in here. These are all the Technic stuff. And Mini Laz will go off his nut if I go raiding his Lego box. He likes his Lego box, he just didn't like the Technics. So I have Technic stuff to go on. So that is going to be coming on one of the next few streams. I'm going to have to really organise my streams again. I've got really out of sync and out of... Yeah, nothing's going right as it should do, and nothing's working as well as it used to. Mostly it's down to me and my mental state, because it does take a certain amount of mental drive and capability to be able to sit here in front of a camera and do this and not feel the mental and physical drain from it. And some people might be going, the hell are you talking about? And my response to that is, get on live in front of a camera and you'll learn very quickly. So let's put that back under there with some of the other stuff that's got to go with the Ork thingy about. And let's have a look what other stuff. Oh, you see, look, remember my idea of having arms and stuff sticking out? Perfect. Go get some shooters and sluggers from the Ork Bits box. Can have axes and arms and things coming out of there. Even a face or two sticking out. I think it's gonna work. I'll have to get that idea cracking and get moving on with it. But I need to work on the stage properly, which means reinforcing. No worries, Francois. I won't be going on. Pardon me. I won't be going on for too much longer because I've got to go check something's not melting in BioStrip, which it shouldn't because it's BioStrip and it's a metal item. It's weird. I hope it works. It should do, but it was working pretty much instantly. I could see the trails coming off, so when I go and wash it off in a minute, it should be fine. And then I'll take that back and see what he wants me to do with it. So that could be another project that I end up working on. Oh no, I can't because of the actual nature of the item. I can't paint that on YouTube. Oh well, that's something I'm going to have to do privately for him. So Monday, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do on Monday. Not got a friggin' idea. No idea whatsoever. So, with that being the case, many of you have ideas of what projects I've started, what projects I've not finished, some things you may want to see me work on more. Please, in that case, leave either a note in the description below. I'll put it in there. Tag me in Discord. Message me over on Instagram. I do not have an anime waifu that does not live. Sorry, my waifu is outclasses anything you can find in anime, in fairness. And I don't care if you're a Tsunade lover or not. Or a Freeran lover, or whoever anime person you wish to go to. Sparkles will knock them all out of the water. They do not compare. So I'm not painting an anime waifu. But I do have projects that I am partway through. I mean, I have projects I have to start. I have towel projects I have to start. Oh, but what can't then? Right, no, it's not that. That can't be painted on YouTube. It is an ornament, but if you were to use this, you have this ornament on you, not in a box, walking down the street, you can get arrested because it has got potential to be used as a weapon. It's just an ornament. Just blinking, me and the enemy wife need rescue. That wasn't a blink, I was closing my eyes. Right, so I'm going to go try and solve this problem of stripping the paint off this decorative dagger. There you go, it's a dagger. It's only about that big. It's not a huge dagger. We're not talking full on here. It doesn't actually fit in the blade. The handle's only about that big, and the blade's about the same length. But it's a nice decorative dagger that somebody has painted over. Well, at the moment, it's in the middle. It's in biostrip. It's getting paint stripped off it. So I'm going to go attack that with a toothbrush and take it back to the person who owns it and said, "Is that what you want me to do?" And now where we're moving on to. Again, I may have a guest on Monday who is coming up to learn, ask questions. Probably throw me completely off course in ways that you lot aren't even thinking about. This is a person who can get me flustered very easily, because he knows damn well some of the things I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, and he's quite good at hinting at trying to get me to say them. So this should be interesting. However, he is a good bloke, so we'll look forward to seeing him. I will introduce him properly on Monday if he decides to come up. As for tonight, however, thank you, every single one of you, Francois, Northern, Twisted. If you're still in here, Buzzard, thank you as well. Graham, Ali, Kirsty. I'm sure I've missed somebody. How could I have missed How? I've got to take pictures for How and send them over for How, actually. There is lots complex, thank you, and there's probably people that I have missed on the... Oh. Yeah, Rena. I have missed Rena. I am so sorry. I am so sorry I missed you there, Rena. But thank you again, yeah, everybody who's come in. If you want to hit the like and subscribe, you know that's how YouTube works. I'm not going to pester you for it, but please have a good night, and I will see you again. Drive safe. 3, 4, 5, 'cause there's a delay on